Oh, yeah, it's your boy Livewire, and I am back in the fucking building, baby. What's going on, people? How y'all feeling? It's Thursday. I'm feeling good. Was it 2 days away from Christmas? I'm playing on my Christmas present because I could do that, motherfuckers. I could do it. Having a good time. Yeah, my old. It seems like my old PC took a fucking dirt nap. It just, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. But praise the Lord, I got me a Surface Pro notebook. Shit, yeah. Yeah, this Surface Book is nice. It's nice. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, taking a little time to get used to it though. Fucking with the pen and whatnot. But I did a little editing for work. So I do like the functionality as far as like being able to take the tablet off and kind of like work on the couch when I don't feel like sitting in front of the computer. But I'm very much used to basically doing everything in the essentials in Adobe. So like they have all these like different signatures that you can do in order to bring up different uh, functionalities within Premiere and what's the other Adobe shit? And there's a Premiere, what else? InDesign and Illustrator and Photoshop, and they all pretty much have the same thing. It's just that I ain't really been messing with it other than InDesign. I gotta go find my fucking fonts, man. They didn't change my shit up. So there's this font that I was using, and I gotta go find it or find a replacement for it. Because, like I said, my old PC took a goddamn dirt nap. This bitch don't want to work, man. I don't know what the fuck is her problem. But anyway, on to what I wanted to say. Yeah, so the last couple of days, I kind of did my video and kind of chilled out and let it ride, let people listen to it, see what they thought. And on Twitter and in my comment sections, I had a couple of responses as far as people saying that, Sea of Thieves isn't what us Xbots, they love to call us Xbots. What us Xbots or X-twats or X-fags or whatever the fuck they make up think it is, I'm like, okay, I don't see why. Okay. And I just feel like I kind of need to explain why I feel like Sea of Thieves is this special game. And not to say that Xbox doesn't have other games, that are special that are coming out too. It's just that, a lot of these people think that, to me, PlayStation is, how can I describe it? PlayStation is, you know what PlayStation is? PlayStation is PF Chang's to me. Like, PF Chang's is cool. It's good food. It's Chinese food. It tastes good, But after you've been there a couple of times, after you experience that variety that they have as far as Chinese food, you notice how it's not as good as it appears. Like, all right, when you go to PF Chang's, everything looks fresh. Like compared to like your typical Chinese food restaurant, right? Everything looks fresh, everything looks crisp. And that's what I think of like PlayStation and their games. Like a lot of their games are deceptive, Like they hide the fun. Oh, they hide their lack of gameplay in a lot of their titles with graphics and story. So you're like, all right, we don't have much gameplay. We really haven't, delved deep into really refining the gameplay for this game, or we really haven't changed anything up. So see, you know what, this is what we're gonna do. Okay. All right, Bill, you're gonna come over here and we're gonna put graphics on this bitch. And I mean graphics. I mean the creme de la creme of motherfucking graphics. We gonna juice this bitch up. Now we're gonna have to get a good story writer. We got a good story writer? Yeah, this is Sony. Get one of them fucking people, bum ass motherfuckers on the street that are looking for a job. Bring their ass in here. We'll have them write a script for our next fucking game, this should be amazing, you know. And then they hit you with them graphics, and they hit you with the story. The gameplay is no different than shit that you've already played before. They haven't really evolved in that aspect of gaming for a while now, you know. And I just feel that they get a lot of praise for it, even though they haven't really done much. They get, like, the praise is the same. They always get praise for their story, and they get praise for the graphics, but they never. I don't know when's the last PlayStation game that ever got like complimented on its actual gameplay. And if it does get complimented on it, it's probably like an indie, you know, or some small title that nobody really cares about. So anyway, on to my thing. So, you know, a lot of people, they were running across and telling me, oh, this list of games that are coming out for 2017, talking about, all right, God of War is coming out. Bullshit, that's not coming out. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't understand why these motherfuckers think games like God of War and fucking Spider-Man are coming out in 2017. Where has Sony proven to you that these games will come out as they say they would? You know what I'm saying? Like Uncharted, that shit didn't come out the year after they announced it. Came out 2 years later. Fucking damn, I'm trying. Well, was it even 2? It was like 3. Well, because they announced it the same year that Microsoft announced Halo. Halo came out the year before. And then Uncharted came out. All right, so then they re-announced Uncharted. Was it last year or 2015? Right. Microsoft announced Gears, and then, you know, in early 2016, that's when Uncharted came out, and Gears came out later in 2016. See what I'm saying? So Uncharted, PlayStation has this habit of basically just announcing games, and they release well after they've been announced. All right. And that's just the pattern that they have shown. So even though they have this list of games, as they say, that so-called are coming out in 2017, they're all subjected to be delayed. They just are. I mean, you can't trust them, and they haven't given you a reason to trust what Sony says as far as like when games will be released. You know, Horizon Zero Dawn was supposed to be released this year. You know, and it is what it is. Now I don't know. There's different reasons why games aren't released. Well, maybe they could say they didn't want it to have it released during the winter time, maybe. But see, if that's the case, you know, this isn't new. Like, you know, they didn't just find out that, you know, releasing games in the wintertime can be a bit of a struggle, especially for a new IP, you know. And just based on what happened to Tomb Raider the year before, releasing around the same time as Fallout, even though Tomb Raider did well in its own right, and I guess it sold about, I think it did 1 million over the holiday. What was it? It came out in November, so it did 1 million between November and December. All right, that's good. That's all right. It's not great, but it's all right. But at the same time, it's Tomb Raider, so it's a strong enough name that would be able to power through. Will we know Horizon Zero Dawn to be able to do that? Probably not. So maybe that's why they decided, all right, they were going to release it. Instead of releasing it this holiday, they're going to release it in February. And the same thing happens in the Uncharted, which seems kind of odd because Uncharted is said to be a bigger game, but it's really not as big as people say it is. But, you know, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on this whole idea of, you know, PlayStation games selling better than Xbox games on multiple fronts, because you got more consoles and you got, you know, they got advertisement and they also have media push. So there's a couple of levels to, you know, into that in a second. So first, let's get on to Sea of Thieves. So me personally, Sea of Thieves, what that game is trying to do is vastly different from anything PlayStation games are trying to do. The closest thing to doing something similar to what Sea of Thieves was trying to do would have been No Man's Sky. That would have been the closest game to trying to push the envelope to where you could say, all right, this is comparable to No Man's Sky is comparable to Sea of Thieves. Maybe not on the aspect of what they were doing specifically, but as far as what they were trying to do, as far as give you a different element of gameplay other than just the typical shooting. All right, I'll give you that. Now, problem is, No Man's Sky was shit. All right, but the thing is, a lot of people could see No Man's Sky was shit from the jump. All right, just straight up, nobody complained about. Nobody said No Man's Sky looks like shit because of its art and its color. No, people said No Man's Sky looks like shit because basically their overall premise was you're going to fly from this planet to the next planet and you're going to search and discover. That was the whole premise of No Man's Sky. And you possibly could run into other people and have combat. Okay, but that doesn't sound terribly interesting, And for a game to basically try to live on some shit like that, it just seems beyond the pale of like why would I want to play this game, do some random dumb shit? Like I need more structure. And that's where I think, even though the game is different, it kind of fell apart, like the story aspect, So you got Sea of Thieves, single player. Well, it's a multiplayer game with a single player narrative that survives in both spaces, right? So it satisfies two types of gamers. You have your single player gamer that just wants to go off on their own personal adventure and do their own quests and, figure out their own stories and shit like that. Cool. Then you have the team-based gamers, such as myself, that wouldn't mind going off on an adventure with friends, especially on the fact that I like to do multiplayer, especially the more the older I get, the more interactive I particularly care for my game experiences to be. I don't mind playing single player games, but I just notice now more and more nowadays it's harder to just game in that fashion. Just for the simple fact that when I see my friends online, I just want to talk to them. I don't want to just be like, well, fuck you and what you're doing. I'm going to just do this shit for the next 5 hours or whatever the fuck, 2-3 hours, whatever, however much time I'm going to be, playing the game. It's just hard for me to do that, especially if I see my peoples online. So, with the Sea of Thieves, man, this game, one, I want people to wipe this shit out their head. This game, I don't think this game is going to be like a Uncharted type, Halo type, Gears type of game from the jump, right? Where you jump in and the first week they sell like 1 million, 2 million, whatever. I don't think so. All right. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying I don't think that's the type of game it really will be. What I think it'll be is that this game will basically have the longevity will be really strong on it, similar to Minecraft. All right, and even though that the base for you don't have as many people accessible to the game like Minecraft, because Minecraft is on PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PC. So you got 5 different platforms that it's on, right? And cell phone. So you got 6 different platforms it's on. All right. So with that being said, yeah, it could reach a wider audience, but I'm pretty sure what Microsoft is going to do is, well, I know you can play it on PC. I think you can also play it on not only Windows PC, but Macs as well, I think. Don't hold me to it. And obviously you can play it on Xbox, right? And the adventure for these type of games is just so vast. Like, the thing about it, all right, let's look at what PlayStation has. All right, they got what's the biggest game they have? Horizon Zero Dawn. looks good. That game looks fucking good. Problem is, we don't know what the story is. And as far as I know, it's not a multiplayer game. So after you beat it, say you beat it twice. After you beat it twice, after that, then what? You know, what's the real reason to go back? I just don't trust them to do a good multiplayer for this because Killzones were dog shit. But even if it's decent, I don't see the appeal. Like, look, man, straight up, looking at Horizon Zero Dawn, like I said, the game looks amazing as far as graphically. But I just don't get the concept of this chick running around killing robots. Like, I don't even see how this makes sense as of yet. They haven't really explained this. I know they're like, oh, this is a tribe and she needs it for some stuff. And yeah, but I'm like, why is this your only option? And why are you like, I don't know. Is this like the Terminators? They really haven't explained this. Like, because to be honest, when you look at the trailers for Horizon Zero Dawn, you're just watching this chick like mow down fucking random animals that aren't even paying attention to her. So it's like they're not paying attention to her. She's fucking attacking them, and then they try to attack her back, and then she kills them. It's just like, what the fuck is the point of this? It's just like, instead of just doing the safari hunter, with real animals, you're doing it with like robots. Like, I don't really understand the premise for this. But let's say this, I mean, even with that being said, I don't get it. I think it looks pretty stupid. I still think that Horizon Zero Dawn will probably sell at least 2 million. I don't know if it'll do it in the first week. I don't know if it'll do it in the first 2 months. I don't know. But I think it'll sell well enough just based off of graphics. And I think that's where you're going to have the difference between Horizon Zero Dawn and the game like Sea of Thieves. A game like Sea of Thieves isn't necessarily graphically photorealistic game, right? So it doesn't have that instant wow factor similar to a Minecraft. Minecraft doesn't have an instant wow factor, right? But what it does have is strong gameplay elements. All right, whether or not you like them or not is irrelevant because not everybody's gonna like every game. All right, I played Minecraft. I'm not a fan of Minecraft. All right, I don't think it's a dog shit game. I don't like the time that I need to put into that game. I don't have to do, So for me, I just can't get into it because of the lack of time I have available to me to really, receive the full benefits of playing Minecraft. But for somebody who does, it's amazing. Shit. If you know Minecraft well enough, you can get paid to be a Minecraft instructor. Like real shit. Like you can get paid a pretty decent salary to go into schools to teach kids how to fucking build in Minecraft. This shit is crazy. So that's how crazy Minecraft is. You see what I'm saying? What I think they're doing with Sea of Thieves is they're basically taking that element of Minecraft but simplifying it even further, right? Because not everybody's going to want to craft like Minecraft or an Ark. They want something a little bit more simplified so they can do other things. Like, oh, okay, I want to build a house. Maybe you don't want to go into the real fine intricacies of building a house, So you're like, all right, so what am I going to do? All right, I want to build this house. The fuck am I going to do? Okay, I'll pick the fucking door. I'll pick the walls. I'll pick this, that, and the third. Bing, bam, boom. All right, I got my house done. All right. And you want to kind of be able to do that in 10 minutes. Whereas Minecraft and Ark, that shit might take you 10 hours to fucking build that shit. But that's only if you have time. You got to really be able to invest in that. And I think the cool thing about Sea of Thieves versus Minecraft and Ark is one, Minecraft and Ark don't really have that story element. They don't send you on quests like that in that nature, So that's where they'll have one up. You got the single player environment. You can kind of go off on your own little adventures. Like I literally jump in a boat, and I just be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna roll this bitch. I'm gonna go to this fucking island, and I'm gonna look for this. I'm gonna look around to see what I could find, and then say you run across some shit, like maybe a treasure or something, but you can't get to it because whatever the task is too daunting for a single person to really take on. So you're like, shit, I can't get this treasure, but you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna mark it on my map, and then I'm gonna go get my crew. So then you go back, join your crew, be like, yo, look, I just found this treasure over here, and I went over to this spot, but they got this fucking big ass creature thing over there, and I can't get past that shit. That motherfucker killed me twice. So I need y'all help to go kill this bastard so we can get this treasure. At first, I was gonna keep it for myself, but I realized I can't do that shit if I'm dead. So can y'all help a motherfucker out? And that's basically what they're gonna do. But like, you don't get that shit playing fucking Horizon Zero Dawn, which is like a Tomb Raider knockoff. Like, I don't see the appeal in playing a game like this. Like, I mean, all right, maybe for people that didn't play Tomb Raider, this shit looks amazing. Like, oh shit, she got bow attachments. That's just so amazing. So the Lara Croft, like, what the fuck is the big deal? Like, oh shit, she can fucking climb on shit. Yeah, this is like Uncharted and fucking Tomb Raider. Like, why is this shit amazing? Like, oh, look at the graphics. Uncharted look good. Tomb Raider look good. Like, why do you want to do the same shit? Like, what's the appeal in that? I mean, as an Xbox fan, I like shooting games, but guess what? I can't play them shits all the time. Every time, shit is annoying, yo. It's annoying. And as much as PlayStation fans love to laugh at Xbox fans and say, "Oh, well, y'all play the same shit over and over and over again," really, motherfucker? Really? What did y'all have? Killzone, fucking Uncharted, fucking Bloodborne. These are all games with guns. Maybe Bloodborne, you don't use guns as much as obviously Killzone and Uncharted, but you still use guns in the bitch. You see what I'm saying? It's still fucking shooters, shit. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, I like this element of something different, and the fact that neither one of those games is really bringing anything new to the genre. Like, you're not changing the game, you're just blowing more shit up. Like that, I don't see that as like pushing gaming. Like, I don't see like us wanting to play another fucking Uncharted or another Last of Us for like the fifth time, because that's the route that PlayStation's really going with their games. Like, don't get me wrong, The Last of Us 2 by itself would have been amazing. You'd be like, oh, that shit is dope. But the fact that they made God of War and Uncharted play very similar to The Last of Us is like, damn, man. Like, what's the point? Why are you making all these duplicates of this game that was great? Like, what can I get? You know what I equated to? Like, when everybody tried to take the Matrix formula. Remember that? When the Matrix came out and they were the first ones to do the slow-mo camera and all that shit, and everybody was like, oh, that shit is dope. And they did that shit like 3-4 times throughout the movie, and everybody was like, oh man, that's amazing. This is so hot. Oh my God. And then, like, for a year or two, every action movie did the same fucking thing. Like, they put their little twist on it, but they did the same thing with the whole slow-mo camera shit. And you're just like, all right. One, the Matrix did it better. And two, like, all right, can we do something else? Can we please do something else? Can you stop doing the same shit? Like, change it up, please. Please. You're making me want to vomit by looking at it. Feels like I'm watching the same movie over and over again. Like, it got so bad to the point that even the comedies were doing it with the haunted movies, Scary Movie. Scary Movie is doing the fucking slow-mo camera, shit. I was like, oh, all right, enough is enough. You don't even see this shit no more because it was done to death. It was done to fucking death. All right, but the crazy thing is like the Sea of Thieves is just. I guess that's the first game that we're gonna really see that's really pushing the envelope. Then you got Crackdown. Crackdown's a fucking game changer. Like Xbox has all these game changers. Like Sea of Thieves, it's a whole new adventure game. You know, you're not running around just shooting people up, fucking exploring together. You know, you got to solve mysteries, basically find buried treasure, all this crazy shit, fight monsters. I mean, shit, you might be in the ocean with your ship. All of a sudden, a fucking kraken comes and wraps its tentacles around your ship, trying to pull it down to the bottom of the ocean. You gotta fucking hack that bitch in order to get free. Otherwise, all y'all die. And you might be going into shark infested water. So now you not only are you dealing with the kraken, you're dealing with the sharks that are trying to, eat the leftovers. It's like shit is crazy, man. Shit is crazy. But yeah, man, like like I said, Sea of Thieves, man. This game is a game changer. Then you have Crackdown, which is like it's like an alternative shoot. Well, I can't really say it's a shooter. I mean, you can shoot in the game, but you don't have to. Like if you want, you could just punch and kick your way throughout the rest of the level, or you could play that shit like however you want. Just throw fucking cars at people. Whatever it is you want to do. Yeah, guns are there, but if you juice your dude up strong enough, you can do some shit. Instead of shooting walls out, you can punch holes through them bitches. Like that shit would be crazy as hell. Somebody just, fucking running from you. He took a shortcut around the hallway, and instead of you having to run all the way down the hallway in order to get to his ass, your ass is strong enough. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's not strong enough to do what you're gonna do, but you're strong enough. You built your character up. You can literally punch a hole through the fucking wall and get that motherfucker through a shortcut. That shit is crazy. Like we haven't seen shit like that in a game. Not on that scale. Yeah, maybe we've seen walls blow up and buildings come down, but we haven't seen things like that on a scale. Like that would be insane watching that shit in fucking multiplayer. Like serious game changer, man. Like that's gonna be the new hype multiplayer next holiday season. Crackdown and Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is just gonna be cracked. There's gonna be some people you're gonna lose. I guarantee it. I guarantee motherfucking it. There's gonna be some people that you be like, damn, bro, you still on Sea of Thieves? It's like, yeah, man. Yeah, I live here. This is where I live. You be like, damn, bro, I got a house. I got a bitch over here. We got kids and shit. I know, fuck this mermaid, just like in that fucking Lonely Island song, like T-Pain was singing. I fuck the mermaid, man. See my kids, they in this fishbowl over here. I put them in the fishbowl. They stay down there. I put them in the crib in the fishbowl. She can get up because when she dry off, she got legs and shit. But the kids, they too young. They can't develop their legs until they at least almost puberty. So I gotta keep their asses in the fishbowl over there. But it is what it is, man. Yo, you can come visit the fam anytime you want, bro. You can come over here and visit. Next time you want. Oh wait, do we got some pillaging to do? All right, honey, I gotta go. Yo, take the kids for a swim. I'll be back. I gotta get some gold and shit. What do you mean? I always be out? No, bitch, I don't always be out. I'm only gonna be out right now. Man, you gotta eat, don't you? Who gonna put food on the motherfucking table? Man, you know what? Fuck that shit, bitch. I'm out. And that's gonna be your life on Sea of Thieves, man. You're gonna be fucking with a mermaid, bitch. Shit gonna be crazy, son. Yeah, shit's gonna be amazing, man. You're gonna lose a lot of friends. Or you're gonna have to just wait, join them when you're ready to. Like that's the crazy thing. So you're gonna have a lot of people playing Sea of Thieves. Then you're gonna have a lot of you're gonna have a lot of different mixed in groups playing these games. A lot of people are gonna be playing Sea of Thieves. A lot of people are gonna play Crackdown just for the simple fact that you can destroy shit. Like some people are gonna be in that game just blowing shit up, straight up, just blowing shit up. They're not following the rules. They just writing their names on the walls with bullets, drawing dicks on the walls. You're gonna be running around the hallway, be like, damn, some motherfucker draw a dick on this wall with bullets? Like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with these people? But you know somebody gonna do it. You're gonna draw a dick on the wall and fucking bullets. I'm telling you, somebody's gonna do that dumb shit, man. But yeah, it's just gonna be crazy, man. Crackdown, people are going to be loving that game, like insanely. What they need to do for that game is just make sure they have customization, like make sure they keep up with the customization, and that's all you really need for a game like that. Make sure you have enough. Well, I'm assuming that they give you. I don't know if they give you full access of the map, because maybe not everything is like the full map. For everything. Maybe some games are like smaller groups, so you don't need like the whole city. Like, what's the point of that? You got like eight people on the team. You ain't gonna find nobody. People just gonna be sniping people from top of buildings and shit. But yeah, man, that shit is those two games are gonna be right there. Something very different from Microsoft. Number one, we haven't had a Crackdown in a while. A lot of people didn't play Crackdown 2. Shit, a lot of people didn't play Crackdown 1. Maybe 2 million, 2.5 million people played Crackdown 1. Maybe. No, Crackdown 2, less than that, played Crackdown 2. Did I buy Crackdown? I think I rented Crackdown 2, and I was like, I don't like it. I don't know what it is about this game, but I don't like it as much as I like the first one. I don't know what it was, but I wasn't a fan of it. But yeah, man, that game Crackdown, Sea of Thieves. Then you got Scalebound coming out. That's something different especially for Microsoft. That's basically Microsoft making its own Final Fantasy, which would be an interesting. Now, see, the thing is, I don't know how they would like Final Fantasy. Obviously, is a different story each time. I don't know how Scalebound would hold as a sequel, or if it even can do that. Maybe it's a one-time game, and that might be cool in itself. I mean, I don't think everything needs a sequel, but from what I've seen, it looks like it plays very similar to Final Fantasy, minus the it's a attacking system, like where Final Fantasy you hold down one particular button and it kind of does all the work. Looks like Scalebound, there's a little bit more work involved, similar to like playing Devil May Cry or some shit like that. So with that, it looks interesting. Obviously, it's an open world. I don't know if it's I don't think it's open world. I think it's like semi. I think it has like narrow sections, similar to what would I say? I guess Tomb Raider or Recore or something like that, where it's open world, but like you got all these walls and shit like that, so you can't just roam as freely as maybe you would do in a GTA or some shit like that. But yeah, it still looks good, man. Scalebound is going to be some shit, man. That's just going to be a guilty pleasure, and you have co-op, and I noticed like a lot of these games, I guess from Scalebound, Crackdown, Sea of Thieves, all these games are multiplayer focused versus what we got kind of this year with Record and Quantum Break. These were strictly single player games. So, the replay value was a lot slimmer, and even though Sunset Overdrive was, it did have a multiplayer component, the fact that it wasn't co-op, kind of hindered its ability to kind of, be bigger than what it was. Similar to Dead Rising 4. I think Dead Rising 4 is a dope game, but I understand why some people may struggle with wanting to play it because it doesn't have the full campaign, co-op gameplay. I can understand why. Like, if you play Dead Rising 4, you'll understand why they didn't do it, because there's a lot of camera elements. Like they use the camera to solve a lot of the puzzles and mysteries in the game, and that's just the way they chose to do it. And because of that, trying to play that with a co-op kind of, one, it takes away from the mystery of like doing any of these searches with the game, and two, I just don't see how it will work all that well. Especially when you're doing selfies, you got selfies of two Franks because it's not going to be Frank and somebody else, so it's going to be like two Franks. It would just, I don't know, it just wouldn't mesh too well. So I guess that's what the fact they chose a gameplay element, and in choosing that, they realized, well, we can't really do co-op because it's just too messy for the type of gameplay that we're searching for. So it is what it is. But then you have other games coming out, like what's that other game? You got Cuphead, another multiplayer or two-player co-op. That's going to be nice. I'm pretty positive I'm gonna be playing that either with my brother or my cousin. Just having a good ass time fucking playing some Cuphead, man. That shit's old school. Old school. We're gonna die like a motherfucker. I know that shit for real, but yeah, I can't wait, man. That shit looks hot. I'm trying to think, like, the fun, like, all right, so what did I name? I named Sea of Thieves. There's nothing on PlayStation that does that. Crackdown. There's nothing on PlayStation that does that. Scalebound. Scalebound, I guess you can compare it slightly to the Final Fantasy. So instead of having three friends with you doing co-op, you have one companion that's a dragon. All right. So I guess, there's your trade-off. I mean, granted, they're probably not going to play the same at all, but let's just say for just general discussion, they're about the same. So that's a wash, right? So it's a wash, even though, yeah, Final Fantasy is multiplayer. We'll just say PlayStation has it. So, if people have their fix in Final Fantasy, maybe they'll be all right with missing Scalebound. I don't know. But to me personally, I've just never been a fan of Final Fantasy. So I've just been waiting on Scalebound instead. What was the other game? I can't really speak on Ashen because I know it's an indie, but I really don't know what that game is about per se. And what else? What else is coming out? I'm trying to think. Well, you got Halo Wars. Now, Halo Wars is very iffy because that's an RTS and it's a very specific type of game. Like that's I know they tried to make it a little bit more accessible for non-RTS fans, but even with that being said, other than hardcore Halo fans and RTS fans, I don't know if that game will appeal to enough people, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I might be surprised how many people play it, especially on PC. It might be a bigger turnout than we expected. But I'm trying to think, what else was on PlayStation side? They have Nier, which is very similar to other games they've had. They have Hellblade, which is eventually coming to the Xbox. So I don't know. That's timed exclusive, But even with that being said, all right, we'll say they have Hellblade. Still, it's a hacker and slasher. It's not going to be anything different. Like I don't see how it's going to be much different than God of War. Like I just don't really see the big difference. Like where's the big huge difference that's coming that way? Like you said, Remedy's announcing a new game. Yeah, but Remedy's announcing a multi-plat from what I heard. So, and I don't know what that is, so I haven't seen it. So it's hard for me to be really excited for it. I'm trying to remember what else. What else? Oh, PlayStation possibly gets GT Sport, so that should be good. I don't know if it'll be better than Forza Horizon 7. I doubt it. It probably won't have as many cars or look better. I mean, I don't know. To be at this point, a Gran Turismo is it's the NBA Live racing game. It's not that it's god awful, but it's not where it used to be. Like it used to be big shit back in the day, but they got passed up by a team that just been they had to push their way from the back of the pack, and they took their spot, and they're not really letting it go. I mean, shit, they just released the best racing game I've ever played by far in fucking Forza Horizon 3. And, in Gran Turismo Sport, as much as it's supposed to be I don't know why it's called sport. I guess, I don't know. I don't know why it's called sport. VR elements, I don't know. But it's still a simulation racer. It's not like it's going to be off-road, so it's not going to touch Horizon. And then if it's going to be just a simulation racer, it's not going to be as good as Forza Motorsport 7. So it's kind of just stuck being, a third tier kind of racer. Like they'll probably do decent enough, probably get like 8s, maybe even a 9 because it is PlayStation. They might just give it a 9 because they made a game. It's like, oh, Gran Turismo, they made a game. Give them a 9 because it came out. Yes, who knows? But damn, I mean, shit, that's just bare as hell. You got Horizon Zero Dawn. You have Forza. You have Gran Turismo Sport. This is like their big AAA. I mean, they say God of War, but that's not happening. They say Spider-Man, and that's not gonna happen. We know those games ain't coming out until 2008. And if they come out early, then they're probably not gonna be good because Uncharted we see how long Uncharted took. That shit took, all that and then some as far as its developmental time. So I don't know, man. I just and then Death Stranding, obviously, that's way off. I don't know. I don't really understand what's this for these PlayStation titles, that you're not gonna see for a good long time, other than Horizon. You know what? This is the thing I see with Horizon. I see everybody being like, "Oh, Horizon, oh, Horizon." They're gonna give it a 9. They're gonna give Horizon a 9. I'm telling you, they're gonna give it a 9. And you know why they're gonna give it a 9? Because they do this is how they do reviews. They do it based off of graphics and story. Now, I don't know how amazing the story is. I think the story will probably be decent because they said they got some decent writers on it. Now, even though the concept to me seems pretty stupid, I still think that the story is going to be good enough to get a 9, right? People are going to be wowed by the graphics, and they'll be like, oh, okay, the story is cool. They're going to give it a 9. It'll probably end up with like a 8.9 Metacritic or something like that. And people are going to play it for, it'll probably be like a 10 to 20 hour game. And people play it twice, and then that bitch sits there. It's going to sit there. It's not going to fucking move. With Sea of Thieves, I have no idea what they're going to give that. I don't know. Like, I would love to say that they're going to give it a 9, but I don't. I really don't know. Like, yeah, they gave Minecraft a 9, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just a different climate because you know what it is? When Minecraft came out, that came out on 360. Shit was better on 360. It had shit was way better. Like the good media, the media was just on Xbox's side more so than not. They just were. Like look at games like State of Decay. State of Decay came out on 360. It was a fun game, but that bitch was buggy than a motherfucker, and they gave that shit a fucking 8 or what is it? What did they give fucking State of Decay? Metacritic. I know IGN gave it an 8 or something. But let's see what the fuck. All right. I know IGN gave it like an 8 something. But I'm trying to see what was the State of Decay. Wait, hold up. All right, so overall it was like a 78. Which is still, it's not that bad. Now, the thing is crazy is, right? Well, I mean, it's a different type of game. But, all right, State of Decay, $20. Was a buggy game. It was. But there's nobody that's going to say, well, at least me personally, I don't see anybody saying that The Last Guardian is better than State of Decay. Both very buggy games. And I give that The Last Guardian is probably better than Recore. Just based on, it probably looks a little bit better. You know, both a little bit buggy. But there's no way you can convince me that The Last Guardian is better than State of Decay. But it scored a lot better. I think it was like, let me see, Last Guardian. It was 8.3. So I guess it went down a little bit. I swore it was like at 8.5 at one point. So it went down a little bit to 83 on Metacritic. But like I said, a lot of people overlooked a lot of the issues that game had. And not to say that, now, back to State of Decay. If State of Decay was an Xbox exclusive, now granted, they couldn't shit on it as much as they probably wanted to, because one, State of Decay came out for the 360. So it wasn't a new IP. They had already given it high scores, or high enough scores to get 79 on Metacritic. So when it re-released on the Xbox One, and it still had a couple of the same buggy issues, they did, you know, rate it lower, but they didn't record that bitch and get that shit a 60 whatever. They just gave it a 72, which is probably closer to what it should have been because of all the technical issues. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's what, you know, that's where a lot of Xbox guys have issues. It's not that we feel that the ratings for Xbox are unfair. We feel like all the ratings for the Xbox's games are warranted. All right. I don't think there's too many games that are like, all right, we completely got shitted on this game. What I think it is like you see the same equivalent game for the PlayStation and it just gets rated higher. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Like it has the same issues, it's all this, but you're like ignoring the fucking issues. Like, no, that's not an issue. Oh, this ain't an issue. That's not an issue. We're going to give it like 10 points higher. And I think that's where a lot of Xbox dudes, you know, look at it as like, this media is fucking biased. Like they're only taking into account the good shit that, you know, this game has to offer for this particular console versus looking at the whole thing like they do for the Xbox. And I think that's how they get away with it, like saying, oh, we're not being biased towards the Xbox, meaning like they're not underscoring the game. They're just scoring the game how it should be versus they put on their favorable goggles for the PlayStation and just be like, you know, they look for that silver lining in each of their games so their games don't rate as low, you know, especially the bigger franchises. Like a game like Godzilla, people be like they always like to throw this in my face. I'd be like, man, they shit on Xbox games, but they don't really shit on PlayStation games. Like, well, they didn't shit. They shitted on Godzilla. But like, bitch, nobody gives a fuck about no Godzilla. You know, that's not a big. That's not Naughty Dog. That's not the God of War developers. That's not you know, the infamous developers. Like, this is just like some rinky dink, whoever the fuck developer that developed some game for PlayStation. Yeah, they gonna shit on that motherfucker because it was a shitty game. Like, they feel free to kind of like go ham on these games that aren't made by the darlings of the PlayStation studios, you know. But those PlayStation studio darlings, they get favoritism. It is what it is. What's that game? Like, they kind of like, let's look at the order. The order, I think they shitted on a little bit. The order they gave us 63. Probably deserved a 50, but they gave it a 63. Now, let me look at project. I mean, what's that stupid ass game? Drive Club. Drive Club. Drive Club was a bad game. Bitch, put my shit. Never mind. It should be up here. Is it one word? The fuck? Maybe it is. Oh, it is one word. Okay. Drive Club 71 for PS4. And probably didn't deserve that. But I think it got a decent amount of love on its graphically, Drive Club was amazing. And I think that's what people like. A lot of PlayStation guys, they harped on that for the first 2 years. Look how, well, not for 2 years, for the first 3 years, because they showed the initial like screenshots. Then they showed the screenshots from the PS4s. Like, look how amazing this game looks. Look how amazing it is. Oh my god, it's amazing. But I'm like, yo, you're talking about the way the game looks. You're not telling me how the game plays. Nah, fuck all that. Why you trying to bring up bullshit, yo? Who the fuck gives a fuck about no gameplay? It's about the way it looks, bitch. I'm gonna take screenshots and post that shit up on my background, bitch. That's all that matters. Who the fuck about kid? Gives a fuck about playing the game? That shit is, man, you just talking, you full of shit. You fucking Xbox twat. X a twat. You know, when you hear people talk about Forza, they talk about how amazing the game is. Yeah, it looks good, but we talk about the gameplay in itself, like just the enjoyment of playing the game, not just how amazing it looks. Like, there's a lot. There's some game I put, like Rise is an amazing looking game, you know, and even initially it's fun as hell when you first play it and see it, you know. That first mission, you get out there and you cut people's arms off and all that crazy shit. That shit is dope. You don't realize it's lacking a little bit of, you know, something until you fight that dude, that fat dude, for the 50th time. You're like, god damn. Okay, looks the same as all the others. I done chopped his arm off like 100 times. You know, even with that being said, the game still has a fun factor to it, but you know, graphics alone don't make up for the fact that, yeah, they probably should have added a little bit more to that game. And granted, it's probably due to they're trying to make it to launch. It is what it is. People, you know, they cut corners in order to do what they got to do in order to hit deadlines. I get it, you know, but it is what it is. Yeah, but like I said, man, you know, the Sea of Thieves, I don't see, there's nothing here that I've seen from PlayStation that's going to be as good as it. Yeah, they might have games that look better than it, but I just think, like, I don't even see, like, there's not a game that PlayStation has in the foreseeable future to me that's better than Sea of Thieves, you know, or Crackdown. At this moment, there's nothing that they have that's coming to their platform that's going to be better or fucking with one of those games. Like, God of War could be a great story, and I'm not saying, and it could look amazing. It could look amazing. But after you play that story, what brings you back? You see what I'm saying? What brings you back? We can say right now, especially a lot of hardcore people say, Minecraft is dog shit. And I don't even like Minecraft. But I can't ignore the fact that people play Minecraft more than they'll ever play. What's one of those single player games? Uncharted or some shit like that. As good as Uncharted looks, and it has a whatever multiplayer. As good as that, people on PlayStation like it. They're not gonna play that more than Minecraft. It just has a broader appeal. It's a game you can play with everybody. Literally, I can build a ship. I can just have me, and I can just jump in there with my family. I can jump in there with my little cousins. I can jump in there, nieces and nephews, and we can just run around and have a awesome time, just cutting shit up. Are you not gonna do that shit on Uncharted? Uncharted is very much a single player experience. Yeah, you might be able to shoot some shit up, but you just not gonna run across the same shit. Playing Uncharted is just not available to you. You know, it's gonna be this next year. This is going to be very interesting because what it seems like is like, all right, Xbox, they basically hit their base first. They were like, all right, we got our Halo out, we got our Gears out, we got our Forzas out, right? Forza is still going to come because the sports franchise, it comes every year like basketball, right? But right now, Halo and Gears, they're going to be, those teams are going to be working on that. And while for the next 2 years, while our teams are working on Halo and Gears, and yeah, they're going to be putting out DLC and shit like that for those people that only play those games, we'll be focusing on others trying to build our, our base with new type of gamers. We already know Xbox that love racers, Xbox is a place for people that love shooters. All right. So now they're building up. Xbox is the place that people want to get that MMO, type of gaming on, and that's where Sea of Thieves comes in. Just bringing that strongly to the console space without kind of watering it down, making it a free-to-play game, polishing that up and strengthening it. That's what Sea of Thieves is going to do. As much as I've heard people laugh about Sea of Thieves. I've listened to a couple of PlayStation like, what the fuck? They ain't got no. You already let out Gears. You already got Halo. Xbox don't got shit. Sea of Thieves. Ha ha. They just laugh. Sea of Thieves. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is Sea of Thieves? I love hearing shit like that because I'm gonna remember it. And a lot of y'all gonna remember it too. Remember those people that laughed and said, "What the fuck is Sea of Thieves?" Guess what? A lot of people said the same shit about Minecraft. A lot of people said that shit. I bet you a lot of people who are playing Infamous were laughing at Minecraft like, Infamous is way better than Minecraft. What the fuck is Minecraft? Minecraft. They said that shit. Look where the fuck Infamous is right now, and look the fuck where Minecraft is. And not to say Infamous is a bad game, but they on way two different levels. And Infamous is a better looking game. It's more graphically impressive, but more people play Minecraft. I can't tell you anybody who plays Infamous other than Iron Wolf, and that's because that motherfucker he shitted on it, and now he want to play it. I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's what flip floppers do. They play games that they say they don't like. It's what it is. What it is. But yeah, man, Xbox is where it's at, man. I'm not saying that Horizon Zero Dawn ain't gonna be dope, and I'm not saying people won't like it. Because look, man, everybody don't play everything. So there's gonna be people that are playing Horizon Zero Dawn. They're gonna see it. It's gonna look graphically impressive. They'll be like, "Oh shit!" They're gonna beat it. They're gonna be like, "Oh my god, game is amazing. I've never played anything like it. Have you ever played Tomb Raider or Uncharted? No, I've never played those games. But this game is amazing." And you're gonna just look at them like, "The fuck? You never played Tomb Raider or Uncharted, but now you're raving about this game? This game was like okay, but those games are better." Like, no, you don't understand. This game is amazing. She's a woman with locks and a bow. I'm like, okay. Like that's literally what you're gonna be like. You're like, okay, why is this okay? But I'm telling you, you going to the Sea of Thief forum, man. Listen to the conversations people are having. Listen to how excited people are. Like excited for Horizon Zero Dawn, like other people were excited for Sea of Thieves. Horizon Zero Dawn, people were excited for the graphical showcase. It's just going to be Crisis on the, I mean, like a Crisis game or Killzone game. Those games are graphically impressive, but it's really nothing special. It really, 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 really isn't. Like you've seen this game before. You've played this game before. They're not gonna do. Trust me, they're not gonna do anything different. Yeah, they might have this little mechanic here and there. Oh, you could throw a rope into a rock and swing. Woo! You're gonna be like, oh my god, swinging. It's like Spider-Man. I did this shit like 10 years ago. Woo! But it's nothing new. It's nothing that is gonna be like, oh my god. Do you remember? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, in Sea of Thieves, you're gonna experience shit that's gonna have you having conversations with people about what you experience in the game, like that shit was real life. You're gonna have to make decisions on who's gonna walk the plank based on who comes into your party. Because I can tell you just straight from right now, like being in the party with my boys, Bam, Mooch, sometimes, and 100 and K Mega and them, and all day, and a bunch of dudes, Sub Zero, a lot of people. Um, Tim Dawes, there's a lot of people in there. But you know, when you get in these parties, man, every once in a while, there's people that jump in there. They're just gonna join your friends list. Some people are cool, and you be like, "Oh shit, we can game." Whenever, man, you cool as shit. Other people, my nephew, cool as shit. Uh, some people they come in there, and nephew will tell you, be like, "Motherfuckers a goddamn weirdo." There's one dude that every time we come to a party, he asks Mooch some fucking random ass question. It should be funny as hell. I'd be like, yo, Mooch, what the fuck is good with your boy? He'd be like, I don't know. And I was just playing the game, man. All of a sudden, this motherfucker just asked me the stupidest shit. Be like, yo, my hard drive not working no more, Mooch. I'm trying to figure out how to open it. Do you know where the screws are? How do I get to the screws in the hard drive? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, he asked me about that shit. He asked me about the goddamn refrigerator. I'm like, bitch, do I look like a refrigerator repairman? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Mooch. That's your boy, yo. Yeah, the shit. But, people like that, yo, you can have them be like, yo, you want to play some Sea of Thieves? Sure. Get them on the boat, hit that motherfucker with some trumped up charges out that bitch, and have that motherfucker walk the plank. He'd be like, no. He was like, I'm a big fan. I'm like, yo, Mooch, gotta make this motherfucker walk the plank, yo. You're annoying as a motherfucker, yeah. Yeah, that shit be funny as hell. Man, I can see this shit being a blast, yo. I don't have no kids yet, but I can see this being a game I could play with my kids. I probably have to play Minecraft first. Fuck. I really don't want to play Minecraft. I don't know. Maybe I'll learn to love it. Maybe. Yeah, but man, I don't. There's no game in the PlayStation lineup I could be like, oh my god, this is going to be an amazing experience with my friends. That's where I'm leaning to. That's where I'm trying to go to. Like half the time, I can't even listen to what the fuck's going on in games because I don't really pay attention anymore. I'm so engrossed in the conversation that we're having with people on Xbox. It's like, how do I even really get into some of the dialogues? Like I like playing Forza a lot because I don't really have to listen to what they're saying. I could just drive or play 2K or whatever. Every once in a while when nobody's on, yeah, I might jump in and do The Witcher. But like that time is like becoming far and few. And it's not that I don't have it, like I said before, and the other is just like, yo, I just wanna hang out with the people, see what they doing. It was just this game is just gonna bring a whole new element to really like, having a community. And this, well, like I said, it's going to be a game changer. So when this gets popping, this will not be the last game you'll see. You'll probably see something similar to it. You might have Sea of Thieves for the first iteration, then Rare might come out with another one in like 3 years, and it won't be Sea of Thieves. It'll be, I don't know what the fuck they'll call it, but maybe it's like a land-based game where they don't go in the ocean and they're not pirates, but it's like, something about being pioneers. I don't know, or like it'll be like, instead of being Sea of Thieves, it'll be like uh, Knights of the West or something like that, or something with cowboys, and you're out there, roaming the frontier, similar to Red Dead Redemption, but maybe it's just they just have a different take on it, you know. I just possibility. I mean, because like I said, well, Red Dead is more of it's a single player game. Yeah, you could play that shit multiplayer, but it's a single player game. I just think that these community based games lend themselves just to be a little bit more friendly. Like look at GTA Online, GTA 5 Online. That game sells like crack because it has a crazy multiplayer. Like no, I mean GTA's always sell well, but this one is selling like ridiculous, man. Like ridiculous because of the online component of this game. You know, it's like crazy. Same thing with Minecraft. Minecraft was simply building shit online by yourself. This shit wouldn't sell like it is. Once they made that shit multiplayer, that shit was crazy. That shit just blew up, man. Once they changed it from just building shit and you could see what I built and all that shit to, oh shit, you can be in my game. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. Yeah, but like I said, man, see if these alone, yeah, that shit probably will outsell. I don't think it'll do it in 1 year, but I think it'll do it over its lifetime. Yeah, I think easily over its lifetime. Because God of War is going to die off. Well, I don't even know if that game's coming out next year. I doubt it. But like, let's just say for the sake of it being competitive, God of War does come out. God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn and Spider-Man, they're not going to outsell Sea of Thieves. It's just not going to have it in it. Not over its lifetime. Maybe over the first year, because those are, like I said, those are WoW games. So they're going to sell like, Spider-Man might do like 2 million. I don't know, 2 million. That seems like a stretch. I don't know. Maybe it does 2 million. 2 million in the first month. God of War probably do 2 million in the first month. Horizon Zero Dawn should probably do a 2 million in the first month. And that's just on people just like shit. They ain't getting nothing for the mad long. They got to play something. So all right, 2 million, bam. Right, a 6 million for 3 games in the first month, and then say after that for the rest of the year, each make about, I don't know, a million, half a million. I mean, 1.5 million. So that's like 4.5 million on top of your 6 million. That's 10.5 million in the year, right? That's pretty good. But I can see Sea of Thieves blowing up and doing something crazy like it did on 360 and the Xbox One. So, and then you got PC too. So, and that'll be the game. I can see that being the one game all these PC guys say they're not gonna play it. Xbox, the Windows 10 store, whatever that shit, but they'll get it for that game, and that shit'll be huge. But it's your boy Livewire, and I'm out this bitch, baby. Holler at y'all. Have a good holiday. I probably won't be back on for a while. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be busy. I got some shit to do. But yeah, man, have a good one, man. I'm out this bitch. Peace.